Hello guys, welcome to our English talk show again. Today we're really happy to have invited a friend coming from afar, from the UK, to be on our show. Hajjat.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Welcome to our talk show. Welcome to China.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, could you please introduce yourself a bit more to our audience?
Sure. So my name is Hajjat Azadbakht, and I'm from the UK. I spend most of my time between Manchester and London in the UK. This is my second time in Beijing in 2 years, and very nice environment, and I'm falling in love with the city.
Oh, good. So your second time now. When was the last time?
Again for OTEC. So
again, OTEC.
Yeah. This is my second year in the OTEC. Last year I was the CTO of another company called Pure Flow Technologies. Totally different area. Again, we managed to become so last year there were 2 days to the final. The first day was for the international teams to compete. We were the number 1 international team.
Wow.
And in the global final, we were one of the winners again. So
wow. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Can you tell us a bit about your startup, the business?
So the company is called Ainostic. It's a company registered in London, UK. So it was registered in June 2018, but we only started really operating as a company around December 2018. And that was when we won our first government kind of funding, the UK government. And the company itself, as the name implies, AI, and the name is a combination of AI and diagnostics, so Ainostic. So it kind of develops algorithms, especially with medical imaging based algorithms, for diagnosing diseases earlier, much more accurately, and which is very crucial for achieving better outcomes for patients. So if you can diagnose a disease, let's say 5 years before you can do now, the treatment outcome is much more improved. So yeah.
Wow, very good. So that's really gonna be beneficial to a lot of people's health.
Hopefully,
right?
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that's crucial. Yeah, to us, we really have to pay much attention to our
Glad to hear
health,
it.
right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Do you still remember in the first place? How did you get the idea of having a startup?
Okay, so it's a long story. I did my PhD. Yeah, I did my PhD in 2007 in biomedical imaging. So in the area of dementia. So dementia. So it goes back to 12 years now.
Wow.
And then I did my research in this area, but then I moved into a more commercial role. Kind of technology transfer. So setting up startups for based on technology, which is based on the research in the universities in the UK. So that was my role for a few years. And then after a while I thought, okay, I'm a scientist myself because I was still doing research at the same time. I thought, why not set up a company based on what I've been doing for 12 years? Here's an idea. So, and then I think I was a bit lucky because I had the right ingredients to set up a startup. I had very great contacts in the commercial world, as well as access and friendship with some of the top scientists in the area.
So that's also called,
exactly,
we call it guanxi.
Yeah. I know what guanxi is. So yeah, also, so it was almost all of these things coming together at the right time.
I see. Right time, right people.
Exactly. And then there was this hype about AI all of a sudden. Over the 2 years.
And
I mean,
hype is still here now.
Exactly. But for those of you who know about AI has been around since the 1970s. It goes through various names. It's been called pattern recognition, machine learning, AI. I mean, at the moment, it's been a bit more. It's been paid a bit more attention because we have the capabilities to deploy AI, especially with the new hardware which has come onto the market. So we can do very complex mathematical modelings that we weren't able to do before, or it took forever. So all of a sudden, with companies like NVIDIA, etc., releasing hardware which enables people to develop all these complex algorithms, AI just exploded. So, and at the same time we had...
So you captured the right moment.
Yes. So we had a lot of great algorithms which were developed over a decade. And then we thought, okay, why not make it into a company? Yeah, so that's where we started.
Great.
And the rest is history.
Right people, right time, and the right place. Right?
Yes, so it's all serendipitous. So you have to have, I mean, sometimes luck has a lot to play with these things. But luck is great. You don't rely on luck, but you take advantage of it. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
so that's what we've been doing.
That's great. Actually, you know, most people I've interviewed when they talk about being an entrepreneur, and it's quite sometimes frustrating, time-consuming, and challenging. Right. So far, how do you feel about it?
I looked a lot younger a year ago before I started my company.
You still look young.
Yeah, I'm just joking. It's one of those things, because being an entrepreneur, it could be very lonely, because at times you're the only person pursuing this vision, and you have to be very dedicated. And it's one of those things that, with life, it's human nature. When things go wrong or they're very hard, not many people are there to support you. All of a sudden, when you're winning prizes, people are around you. But you have to take motivation from those moments, and you shouldn't be set back. So it doesn't mean, you have to be relying on your own will. And being an entrepreneur is also exciting, because not many people get to be ambitious enough to pursue what they love and believe in. And so go out there. You may fail the first time or the second time, but if you're driven, you will get something out of it. The minimum is you'll have a network of very nice, talented people who you have met throughout this journey, that I'm sure that help you get where you want to be in life. And it's always great to work for yourself, so that's a bonus as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, experience is the best teacher. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't mean only good experience.
Exactly.
Bad experience is also a good teacher to you
and
as well.
At the same time as well, I think it's the entrepreneurs in the world who make the future happen. So you get to be one of those people in the history of the tech or even the planet, to be making a big difference. So for example, we are blessed to be working in a medical area, so if what we do really happens, it could touch the lives of millions of people worldwide. And I'm sure no matter how small an idea is, if it helps someone somewhere in the world, it's worthwhile pursuing. So you're making a real difference. It's going to be like a snowball effect, right? Yeah. And no disrespect to people who have 9 to 5 jobs in offices. They are important as well. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Can you share some of the specific exciting stories ever since you had this startup?
A funny story is I used to have a very nice job in the UK, permanent contract, nice salary. And
you gave that away?
So the first day I did that. So I come from an Asian background. I'm originally Iranian, but now living in the UK. So the first day I did that, my mom was so unhappy, because she thought I'm crazy. Why would I leave a secure position and a nice job to do something and put almost all of my investment into a company, so which is so risky. And it was a funny moment, because she was like, "Oh yeah, what's wrong with you?"
How long did the moment last?
For a while, and finally, I think, but I was at the same time. My parents were very supportive, and my sisters as well.
Okay, that's good.
And it's just one of those things. They were thinking, okay, you're not young anymore. Why are you risking this?
But you must talk them into it. You convinced them. Right?
I think it's one of those things, because they saw that I'm determined.
Okay.
They didn't see me doubting what I'm doing.
You're not just doing that for fun for a while.
So and I had to. Briefly, I had to explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why I think it would be successful. But I think mainly it was because they saw that I really want to do it. So it's one of those things that maybe you could go through life and not do something, and then you kind of regret it. And in the past, I have always flirted with the idea of doing commercial things, even though I was a scientist. So, and I've had various successes. So I've won some other competitions in the past. So
Sure.
Yeah, so
Regular competition winner.
yeah, I mean, I was one of those people who I think I don't know. I'm a bit weird. I like to explore things and learn a lot about random things. So I can be very boring. I like to sit back in the evening, have a cup of tea, and watch the news. That's my entertainment, and read some technology magazines. And but I think it opens your perspective. But I think it was really that they thought, okay, and they believed in the fact that if I put my mind to something, I would really go for it and try to achieve it. So I think that's what convinced them.
Wow, great.
But ever since, they've been really supportive.
Can you tell us a little bit about the connection between OTEC and your startup? How did you get involved with OTEC? When did you first hear about OTEC?
So I heard about OTEC around 2 years ago. I had some friends in the UK who were from Beijing, and they were studying their MBA degrees in the UK, and they told me about OTEC. And they told me there is a program like this, and of course, Beijing. I mean, China is a huge opportunity. It's probably the biggest single market on the planet, and the infrastructure which is available in China is second to none. I mean, for example, the connectivity, the internet, things like WeChat. In China, maybe is something a part of daily life for people.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, it's very. It's
kind of cannot live without it.
I can give you a funny story. Last time I was in China, I was walking on the street, and there was a lady selling fruits next to the road.
Okay.
Street vendor. And they are accepting WeChat Pay.
Yeah.
In the UK, if I leave my wallet at home, I have to go back and grab it. But in China, as long as you have your phone, you can survive. You can do everything. But it's like this kind of thing doesn't exist in the countries that we call developed countries. China has this, and no other country has the same thing. I mean, in terms of innovation, I think WeChat, Alibaba and Taobao, these things are the biggest contributions that China has made to the tech world in the last decade or so. And I think this is why China is a great opportunity. And when I heard about OTEC, I mean, we've always had this ambition of targeting China as a market.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be challenging. It's going to be different. I don't want to speak Chinese. I'm trying to learn Chinese. But we thought.
Don't worry much about it. Many Chinese are learning English now.
Yes, yeah. But I would love to learn Chinese because I mean it's another thing as well. I keep sidetracking. There's so many Chinese people around the world now that if I go travel to Spain, to I don't know, Peru, to Argentina, if I learn Chinese, I can go everywhere. Actually, you don't need to speak English now. If you learn Chinese, you can go around the world and visit any country or city you like.
That's the importance of speaking Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to learn Chinese. But I think that's why when we heard about OTEC, it was very amazing and a great opportunity for us to come here. Because it's not about the competition or being a winner or not. It's about coming here, meeting other teams, hearing about what they're doing, hearing about how they plan to enter the Chinese market, and talking to the government officials and so on. And for example, the network of VCs that attend OTEC is great. So it's all of a sudden in 2 days you have access to all the people you need to see to set up a company in China.
Great.
So, and if you want to do that yourself, you have to be sending emails, making phone calls, probably visit China 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's not efficient enough.
Maybe not even get to meet these people. At the end of the day, they probably wouldn't even reply you. But all of a sudden, in one great big hall, you get to see all of them. So I highly recommend it to people who want to enter China, even if you're not part of the competition. Just come along as an audience, and you get to meet everyone.
Yeah, if you're here, you're already a winner.
Yes,
you get to meet the people you want to meet, get the resources you want
because
to
you have to think beyond the competition, because at the end of the day, it's great. You win, let's say, if you win the top prize, 50,000 yuan, but you have to think about the opportunity that it brings. As a company, what do you want to achieve?
That's more valuable than the prize alone.
Exactly. It's not about the prize, it's about what you can take away in terms of contacts and connections and ideas.
Think long term.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much for all the valuable
Thank you very
viewpoints
much,
with us.
and hopefully I didn't give you all a headache, because I love talking and talking.
No, it's great.
No worries.
Whatever you have said is really inspiring. We sincerely thank you.
Okay, I'm still learning, so yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
Thank you for having me on the show.